Welcome to Blazing Balls, August 22nd, 2023, where we blaze through today's other sports ball topics. This is the Blazing Baseball After After Hours. So there was some technical difficulties with Blazing Baseball, and it did end abruptly. So we will resume where we left off, where we were on that
Well, it's better now because
episode.
the Astros are winning 3-0.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes, so pitching.
Yankees are still losing 2-1.
Yeah, pitching for the Stros is, sorry for mispronouncing the names of this podcast, is Hauk with a 5.15 ERA. And pitching for the Stros is Verlander with a 3.25 ERA. Up first for the Stros is Altuve at second base, batting 318. Then Bregman at third base, batting 257. Then Tucker at right field, batting 298. And then Diaz at first base, batting 279. And then McCormick at left field, batting 284. And then
Jazzy
Dubon
Fizz.
at center field, batting 268. And then Singleton at DH, batting 111. Then Pena at shortstop, batting 247. And then Maldonado at catcher, batting 175. Up first for the Bum Sox is Verdugo at right field. He was there now. It's Abreu, batting 0. Then Devers at third base, batting 272. And then Turner at DH, batting 289. And then Yoshida at left field, batting 297. And then Duvall at center field, batting 248. And then Cassis at first base, batting 251. Then Story at shortstop, batting 200. And then Urias at second base, batting 182. And then Wong at the catcher, batting 240.
Okay, top of the fifth, up by 3. It's awesome. Go Astros and Yankees. Here we go. It's 2-1. Yanks are down.
Yep, it's top of the ninth.
Oh, boy.
And so, pitching now for the Nats is Harvey with a 2.78 ERA. And pitching for the Yanks now is Middleton with a 3.35 ERA. And right now, up for the Nats is Vargas. And Vargas has a 0.243 batting average.
Okay, Yankees have to shut them down and then score. Okay, we got to get 1 run to tie it up.
Yeah, there's 2 outs right now.
Good, get them down.
There is a runner on first and second, though. So,
got to get him out.
Get him out.
Got to get out the batter. Oh, all right.
And
dang.
Yes. And so in the standings, in the AL East, Baltimore's 3 games over the Rays. In the AL Central, the Twins are 6 games over Cleveland. In the AL West, the Rangers are 1.5 games over the Stros. In the NL East, the Braves are 12.5 games over the Phillies. In the NL Central, the Brewers are 2.5 games over the Cubs. And in the NL West, the Dodgers are 12 games over the Giants. And then looking at the wild card.
Wild cards. Right there.
If the season ended today, the wild card would go to the Rays, the Stros, and Seattle. And the AL, the Yankees are 9.5 games back. So this must win tonight.
A must win.
And then for the NL wild card, the Phillies, it would go to the Phillies, the Cubs, and Giants right now.
Okay, Cincinnati's a game out. Oh boy, so the Yankees are in big trouble. 9.5 out for the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even their division.
Yeah, any baseball trivia for today?
Yes. Wilbur Wood, the last pitcher in American League history to win and lose 20 games or more in the same season. Wood posted an American League leading 24 victories for the Chicago White Sox in 1973 and dropped 20 decisions that year. So he was 24-20. So he had 44 decisions. That's a lot of pitching. And that was in 1973. Wilbur Wood.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
And now, yes, we are now officially into the Blazing Ball section, the official after hours after show.
Yeah.
And the first topic I want to go over is I like Uncle Bobby's comment recently about how but he was basically saying back when there was the leather heads in football, just the leather helmets, there was I think he was alluding to there was less injuries with the leather helmets. And yes, interesting topic. And yeah, one of the theories that I heard from my old Dr. Brace.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that like maybe the helmets were actually because then you're in this padding, so then you can therefore go harder than you would than with a leather helmet.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's
because you're not gonna hit someone in the head with your head with just a leather helmet. It's gonna hurt like crap.
Yeah. So you would be more protective. And the other factor is, I think that the players are bigger and faster now than they were back then, because they're definitely so fast now. It's crazy speed.
Mm-hmm. And then linemen are huger, hundreds of pounds more than back when it started.
Yeah, they're just huge, colossal, huge impact when they hit another player of similar size. So, yeah, it's a lot. I think it's good that we talk about it because I do think the technology is there to protect the players more, either something that worked previously or something new. Uncle Bobby also had the bubble idea, a bubble kind of helmet, which is kind of like what they use in the practices where they put the secondary
the Guardian helmets,
the Guardian
caps
on top of the helmet. It's like a double decker bus on your head, and it really protects you very well. It doesn't look good though, and I think that's why they don't do it in the game.
Yeah, so they should just make one that looks good.
Yeah, well, they should figure it out. And the other thing is that we talked about, the military is trying to figure that out too. I mean, DARPA and all the military personnel that there are, they want to protect them as best they can. Mm-hmm. Same technology could be used for football players. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Also in the NFL news today, the Buccaneers announced Baker Mayfield as their starter.
Go Baker.
Yep, go Baker.
Okay. Hey, maybe you win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That's what I'm betting on.
Okay. I like that.
I mean, I don't bet, but
yes,
that's
we don't bet. We don't bet.
If I had to choose,
there's a lot of people
that's
betting
going to win the Super Bowl this year. It's
the
Bucs.
Yeah. I wonder what the odds are in Vegas.
The odds are really low for them to actually. They're the worst to win their division.
Really?
So,
okay.
It's interesting. So probably since they're going to win the Super Bowl, I think they're going to win the division too.
Well, they could win the wild card.
They could win the wild card.
It doesn't matter. The Giants did it twice.
But I think they are going to be better than the Falcons, the Panthers, and try to think. I'm blanking on their last person in their division.
That's okay.
And the Saints.
Saints. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be better than those teams easy.
Yeah. I hope so.
I don't know what. Okay, but it's also this is just the stupidity of the preseason, because there was an ESPN Power Rankings
for the preseason.
The preseason.
Oh no, that's not right.
No, and
that's not right.
Well, I have it's the classic the overrating of the cow patties, aka the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And so they have the Cowboys in the top 10 and not the Giants. So that's obviously just laughable because the Giants are better than the cow patties.
Well, the Giants had a really good game last game, and Jones was 9 for 9 on the drive. He was perfect. They really had a really good offense going when they had their starters, and they yanked the starters out, after the first quarter. So it wasn't like they were playing their starters the whole game. But when the starters were in there,
in the preseason,
yeah,
they had Eli. Not Eli. Shoot, yeah.
Well, Jones is
Danny Dimes.
Yeah,
was throwing to Morgan Wallen.
They have better. They have better receivers now.
Darren Waller.
Yeah, they have better receivers now than they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's going to really help them. And I think Jones picked up on all that. And that, that's what we hope for, that they're going to be able to have 9 passes in a row completed.
Yeah.
They went down and just threw it every play down the field, which was cool because that's not the way the Giants usually play. They're a running team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see him chucking the ball and actually catching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's hope.
Yeah.
And they have better blockers this year.
Yeah.
They've been drafting offensive linemen now for the last 8 years early in the draft, and now some of them are paying off, so it's good. you got to have a good offensive line for the quarterback to be effective. That's why Tom Brady was so good. He had an incredible offensive line all those years.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I saved it because I knew it was just ridiculous. But so the ESPN power rankings, the Chiefs are number 1. 2 is the Eagles. Okay.
Well,
Makes sense.
yeah, it makes sense. That's what
But
happened
really,
last year.
it is the Bucks that people don't know yet though. But yeah, so according to ESPN, it's the Chiefs, okay. The Eagles, okay. The Bengals, okay.
Right.
49ers, okay. The Bills, okay. The Dolphins, okay. The Dallas Cowboys.
They're in it.
Crazy. Because they didn't make it as far as the Giants. So they're just shitting on the Giants as always. They're kind of saying the Cowboys are, really great.
Right.
It's bull. They suck. It's funny. Number 8 is the Ravens. Number 9 is the Chargers, and number 10 is the Lions. Like, why? How are the Cowboys? It's just so the classic. Oh, the Cowboys are gonna win the Super Bowl in the preseason bull crap. And I think I have some other evidence of this. So we have, according to Bill Barnwell, he said, I'd put the Cowboys ahead of the Eagles.
I don't know about that.
So yeah, I don't see like what, and that's on ESPN too.
Eagles
so
were really good last year.
It's just the pre-Cowboy hype is, I don't know where these people get these ideas.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are the team to beat in the National League East. Yeah.
Smoking crack.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Longhorns. The Longhorns are going to start playing their football, and we're trying to figure out if Archibald Charles Manning. Thanks, Mama. Oh my God, Archibald Charles Manning. Will he be the quarterback of the Texas Longhorns? They're going to play against the Rice Owls on Saturday, September 2nd at 2:30 at Austin, Texas, University of Texas Football Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a riot. To be 100,000 people there going nuts, hoping that the Longhorns can actually be a positive team this year, because the next week they're going to play Alabama in Alabama. Oof. Okay. So there you have it. That's what's happening for the Longhorns. We're going to see who the quarterback is next Saturday, September 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because it's 10 days away. It's August 22nd. Yep. 10 days away. Yep. Okay. Go Longhorns. I like the Rice Owls, though, too. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
We like Rice, too. Rice is, but that's, they're not in the same league as the Division 1A schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in the NBA news, I've been following this story for some days now. But basically, James Harden was in China. This was like a week ago. And then he was saying that the owner of the 76ers, the person who's paying him the most and didn't give him up, who gave him what he wanted in money-wise, brought him back to the 76ers. He called him a liar over something, and he was saying, I'll never play for him. And so then the NBA fined him $100,000, and so now he is filing a grievance saying that he didn't violate rules with the NBPA. So it's interesting stuff. I feel like it's just
stupid. Why are they doing
a bad
this?
Business move by them.
I don't know. I mean, these people get paid so much money. I don't know. There's got to be some type of loyalty, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't read anything that clearly states like what there's like speculation about what he said, but it was probably like, from my guesses, it was probably like something to like help the team, just like talking on like something on the team wise. Mm-hmm. And I think if it's for the team,
might not be so beneficial for an individual, because when you talk about the team, you're talking about the team.
Yeah.
Which is all the players. You got 10 of them.
Yeah. So, but I feel like as a player, you got to understand that maybe they're just saying something for the public to keep things on their wraps. But I feel like calling out the owner that's a liar. It's probably not the best business move.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not when he's getting paid all that money.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We should do how much the teams pay their players.
Oh yes, a lot.
We should look at that for the football and the basketball, because we know all about it for the baseball. The thief of the week is the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the Yankees just didn't do it. I mean, the Mets, they already blew up. Now the Yankees have followed suit, and the Yankees were the third highest payroll.
Yeah, well,
So
we've talked
Mets were
about
first highest payroll.
About pay for a little bit on different leagues.
Yeah.
Messi is definitely the highest paid player, it sounds like. But also right now,
amazing.
according to we're talking about contracts also, the 49ers, Nick Bosa isn't agreeing to a contract offer right now. He's in the holdout.
So holdout.
And so he is looking to be the biggest NFL contract other than a quarterback.
For defense?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So that's what he was holding out for.
Yeah, he's good though.
And yeah, exactly.
And he's only 25. Wow. He's got a career in front of him.
Yeah, and then basically they were even saying that he might even miss the opening season. How bad this contract issue is going to go through. Like, if you're 49ers, I think you just got to give him what he wants to avoid that.
It's bad for the team. You got your star players not playing the first game. That's, it's good that someone else can step up and play, but I think generally speaking,
but if they lose, then it's just like, okay, why we should have paid this guy the money.
Well,
I think,
yeah,
because you can't. If you went so far last year in the playoffs, they're thinking you got to win the Super Bowl now.
Yep. No, definitely.
And
they want to get the Super Bowl now.
If they lose a game in the regular season because they didn't have Nick Bosa, it'll look bad.
Yep, I think so. The fans won't like it.
Yeah, and there's probably like
San Francisco fans won't like it.
Yeah.
The other fans from all the other teams will like it.
Oh yeah.
If you have to look at that side of it too. Yeah. You gotta look at all the fan base.
Yeah.
It's good for the Giants. I don't know. Yeah.
And so to baseball news.
Okay.
The Stros are winning 3-0.
All right, go Stros. How about the Yanks?
And the Yanks lost 2-1. So
I'm sorry, Yankee fans. We're going down hard.
You can't lose to the Nats at home.
We got swept by the Red Sox.
And then
before
that, this is a 10-game lose streak.
I was close to it. It was 9. So I'm not looking at it, but I'm not going to look at it. I'm done. Yeah. We'll see. Hope tomorrow they can win a game.
Yeah.
Oh boy, they went from being really, really good last year to being really bad. But they lost 3 starting pitchers. You got to give them a little grace because they lost their 3 starting pitchers. 3 of the 5 pitchers were gone.
Also was that they didn't acquire any pitchers during the trade deadline.
Yeah, Cashman's an idiot.
Yep.
He's the general manager of the Yankees, and he's been bad for so long. I can't believe he stays there, but the Steinbrenner family likes him. So they leave him in there. I would have got rid of him a long time ago.
Sucks.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah. Well, any other sportsball topics you want to go with today?
Well, the golf is going to be on Thursday. It's the Tour Championship in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's at the East Lake Golf Club. And that'll be on Thursday. We'll be watching that. The last week's game at the BMW Classic was some really incredible golf with Hovland winning from Norway, getting a 28 the last 9 holes.
Yep.
So that was fun to watch. Scotty didn't win, but it was still incredible golf.
Yep. And we'll catch you all here tomorrow on Blazing Baseball, blazing through tomorrow's baseball topics, and here on Blazing Balls, blazing through tomorrow's other sports ball topics. Peace.